Alright, my friends, let's talk about Armenia, one of the oldest nations on earth, a land of epic mountains, ancient churches, and a history that's as dramatic as any blockbuster movie. This country has seen it all: great empires, fierce warriors, legendary kings, and a culture that has stood the test of time. So grab your metaphorical time machine, because we're going way back to uncover the story of one of the first Christian nations, a land of stunning landscapes, and a people who never give up. Armenia isn't just old, it's really old. This place has been around for thousands of years, with records dating back to at least 3000 BC. The legendary Urartu Kingdom, 9th-6th century BCE, ruled the lands that would become Armenia, building fortresses and irrigation systems that were way ahead of their time. By 331 BCE, Armenia had become a battleground for the epic struggle between Alexander the Great and the Persian Empire. After Alexander's empire split, Armenia emerged as an independent kingdom, proving it wasn't just another piece on the chessboard of history. But this was just the beginning. Fast forward to the 1st century BCE, and Armenia became a serious player in world history under King Tigran the Great. At its peak, his empire stretched from the Caspian Sea to the Mediterranean, making Armenia a regional superpower. He built Tigranakert, a grand city filled with markets, theaters, and wealth from all over the known world. The Romans weren't too happy about this, and in 66 BCE, they invaded. Even though Tigran lost, Armenia had made its mark as a kingdom that could challenge the mightiest empires. But the biggest moment in Armenian history was yet to come. Here's where Armenia did something that no other country had done before. It became the first nation in the world to officially adopt Christianity as its state religion in 301 CE. This was thanks to Saint Gregory the Illuminator, who converted King Tiridates III after supposedly curing him of an illness. This wasn't just a small change. Armenia became the first Christian kingdom, even before the Roman Empire adopted Christianity. One of the most famous symbols of this era is Echmiadzin Cathedral, built in 303 CE, which is still standing today and is considered the oldest cathedral in the world. This move made Armenia a target for powerful empires, but the Armenians held onto their faith and identity no matter what. Here's the thing: Armenia was located in one of the most fought-over regions in history, constantly caught between the Roman, Persian, Byzantine, and later Ottoman empires. Over the centuries, Armenia was conquered, divided, and invaded multiple times, yet the Armenian people never disappeared. Even when the Armenian Kingdom of Cilicia was established in the 12th century, it still had to fight off powerful neighbors like the Mongols and the Mamluks. Despite all the chaos, Armenian culture thrived, producing brilliant scholars, architects, and artists who influenced both Europe and the Middle East. But then came one of the darkest chapters in Armenian history. During World War I, 1915 to 1917, the Ottoman Empire carried out the Armenian Genocide, in which over 1.5 million Armenians were systematically killed. Entire villages were wiped out, people were forced on death marches through the Syrian desert, and the Armenian population was nearly erased from its historic homeland. To this day, the genocide remains a painful wound in Armenian history, with many countries recognizing it, while others, including Turkey, deny it. But even after this devastation, Armenia didn't disappear. After World War I, Armenia had a brief period of independence, but by 1922, it was absorbed into the Soviet Union. Under Soviet rule, Armenia saw modernization of factories, education, and infrastructure improved, but cultural identity was tightly controlled. Then, in 1991, as the Soviet Union collapsed, Armenia finally regained its independence. But independence didn't mean peace. Armenia quickly became embroiled in a conflict with Azerbaijan over Nagorno-Karabakh, a disputed region with a majority Armenian population. Despite all its struggles, Armenia stands tall today. It's a small country, but it has a rich cultural legacy, breathtaking landscapes, and a global diaspora that has contributed to science, business, and the arts. The capital, Yerevan, is one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world, dating back to 782 BC. The Armenian alphabet, created in 405 CE, is one of the most unique writing systems in the world. The country is filled with stunning monasteries, dramatic mountains, and ancient traditions that have survived for millennia. Armenia might not be the biggest nation, but its history, culture, and resilience make it one of the most fascinating places on earth. From the first Christian kingdom to surviving centuries of turmoil, Armenians have always found a way to endure, adapt, and thrive. And that, my friends, is why Armenia is a nation of legends.